AITA for not making enough of an effort while hosting my in-laws. My partner, 31M, and I, 30F, have been together for 10 years, and we are expecting a baby in 2 months. In the last 2 years I've started struggling to get along with his parents. His parents live in another state so we don't see them often. When we do see them, it's either at their place, our place, or occasionally we have been on holiday together. The only time we really struggle is when they visit us. They are in their 70s whereas my parents are in their 50s, and I don't feel like we have much common ground. On their last visit, I was in my first trimester of pregnancy, it was Christmas, and I was working full-time while my partner, his parents, and brother were all in holiday mode. Christmas is very stressful for me, as I deal with a lot of assholes and emergencies, so when I came home I was exhausted and not particularly sociable, but I did make an effort. I had warned them before they booked the trip that it was a busy time of year for me at work, but they came anyway. They stayed for 10 days and I joined them for 7 of 9 dinners, but I excused myself for 2 of the nights as I was feeling sick/exhausted, which really offended them. They always sit down at the table and talk, whereas we normally eat on the couch, so I found it hard after a big week at work and wasn't particularly chatty. It all came to a head when they threatened to leave 3 days early because I was making them feel unwelcome. They have threatened this before on a previous trip, and my partner and I had to apologize and convince them to stay. This time around, I felt like I was being manipulated. My partner begged me to sit down and have a talk with them so I reluctantly agreed. Straight away, FIL started accusing me of not making an effort and sitting on my phone. I have an e-reader and I had been reading on the couch after work while everyone hung out and cooked, but I was not on my phone. Ironically Biel spent the whole trip on his phone/laptop. I struggle with confrontation so I ended up in tears while they ripped into me. My partner tried to stick up for me, but he gets upset that we don't get along, so I had to defend myself a lot. I eventually apologized and we made up, but I just felt like I had no choice. I think part of the issue was that I didn't want them coming to stay 2 weeks after my due date. They would have been flying in from Europe and I am expecting to go overdue, so I set a clear boundary but they still tried 3 times to convince me. They didn't want to push their trip back as they had another family member's birthday. I stood my ground and now they have stopped talking about visiting after Bub comes. There is now tension between my partner and I, because he doesn't like the fact that I don't get along well with his parents. It makes me feel like it's my fault, but at the same time I think I'm not the asshole here. Well Reddit, AITA. Submitted by /u/Magos9.